Yo, what is up, my Knights of the Round Table? Welcome back to Music Night with the Knight. We got the first time on the channel, Comic Clash Rap Battles, issue number 1. Now, this is a new comic book rap battle channel. Look, I'm a comic book geek. I am one of the biggest comic book geek reactors on YouTube. Not the biggest, one of the biggest. I like to think so. But, this is requested by Triple H, HHH. This is Man-Bat versus the Lizard. Now, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, as I'm wearing a Maximum Carnage shirt, and from my YouTube banner, I'm a big Batman fan. Love the Bat family. Love Batman, love the Bat family, Nightwing, all of them. So, I'm very excited to get into this. This is Man-Bat versus the Lizard, and I see the connection. Both of these are people, or scientists, who got corrupted by their own experiments, turning them into ravenous beast. Oh, I love the... Okay, so I want to point something out that I think this was intentional. The font for Man-Bat, the black and yellow, is kind of like the reverse for Batman 89, where it was yellow and black. So I think that's kind of cool that Man-Bat, his font, his image, his name, the colors are in reverse of Batman, because, you know, Man-Bat, Batman. Anyway, I think that's cool. The Lizard!
Hear the screech, the Man-Bat looms, filling your mind, the sounds of doom. Run to the thump of your heartbeat. What's a one-armed man to a
one-man army? Okay! Right squad, suicide. Okay, buddy. Damn! Oh yeah, dude, he ate his kid.
Use the bad to echo what I invented. I was blind like one and developed hearing loss since my serum does its job to call you Helen Keller Croft.
Helen Keller Croft is fucked up.
Jaws that back a strong force and bad is in my mandible. I'm gobbling you like Osborne.
Gobbling you like Osborne. Okay, buddy.
Fear my ire. You will not see me coming or hear me either. You can never scale up to the thick-skinned swamp beast.
Okay.
My powers, now your words bounce off me.
Oh, that's wordplay.
Dim weights, I'll bury you back like you got 6 feet distance.
I'm the clone, I'm not hearing it from the third. The Spider-Man foe turned mad by his experiments.
Damn, buddy. Okay, buddy, it's not. Yeah. Oh man.
It tells that crook back to try your wife's cancer. You spent mourning the descent of her husband. Your marriage ruined by your reptile dysfunction.
Is it Francine?
Oh. He didn't do that. He did not bring up. Oh god, that's. Dude, Man-Bat is kind of a savage. Man-Bat a grimy motherfucker in this battle. And Man-Bat getting Lizard, you gotta step it up, bro.
As if Francine slipped any better with your abuse.
Okay.
She only went to bat for you when you forced her to.
Oh,
she
fuck.
Left you in squalor, hitting brick walls, aromatic thinness thin, while they played by withdrawal.
Okay. Okay, buddy, I like that.
You're just left in the dark. You made your greatest evil proud when you fled the scene in tears, because this freak couldn't bear a second with his mirror.
I'm gonna level with y'all. Man-Bat got that shit. He ate that shit. Left no crumbs. Man-Bat's the fucking winner. Alright, we're gonna do a breakdown, but dude, Man-Bat was fucking savage. Hear the screech, the Man-Bat looms. Man-Bat's always screeching, you know, like a bat.
The Man-Bat looms, filling your mind, the sounds of doom. Run to the thump of your heartbeat.
Drawn to the thump of your heartbeat. You know, bats have very sensitive hearing.
What's a one-armed man to a one-man?
What's a one-armed man to a one-man army? I like that wordplay. So, Kirk Langstrom, the reason behind his lizard research is he's looking for ways to copy the lizard's ability to regrow its limbs, like its tail. So, not Kirk Langstrom, that's fucking Man-Bat. Kurt Connors lost his arm. So there's many ways he lost it. Some stories he lost it in war. Some stories he lost it in an accident. Like there's just some instances he was born without an arm. A lot of different variations of the origin. Okay, so either way, he lost an arm and used lizard DNA to try to replicate its growing ability, so humans that were disabled like him could regrow their lost limbs. It would have been revolutionary, but he didn't cut out all of the lizard that was going to take over. So he's saying, what's a one-armed man to a one-man army? He's flipping it. He's a one-armed man to a one-man army. You know, he's like, I'm a one-man army, you're a one-armed man.
Army, whole life's in the gutter, you room with live crocs.
Your whole life's in the gutter, you room with live crocs. Yeah, because lizards always hanging out with reptiles.
Send them, I'll take down another suicide.
Send them, I'll take down another suicide squad. Referencing the Suicide Squad, how Killer Croc was in the Suicide Squad movie Bomb. Once again, they are referencing Killer Croc there. And the Suicide Squad is because the lizard always hangs out in sewers. And there's always the rumor of crocodiles, alligators in the sewers, or old urban legend.
Left your troop assigned job to humanize.
Left your troop assigned job to humanize. Oh yeah, because he was experimenting.
Frauds, when it comes to vets, you're the useless.
When it comes to vets, you're the useless kind dog, referencing his veteranship in the army. I think he was in the army, maybe.
We're the same, your son and me.
We're the same, your son and me. Okay, referencing Kurt's son.
Neither of us in
Your custody. Neither of us in your custody. So yeah, Kurt Connors. I keep wanting to call him Langstrom, man. I'm getting their names mixed up. Kurt Connors does not have custody of his son because he turns into a fucking lizard. You imagine that? Your son brings home an F and your dad turns into a fucking lizard? Of course you don't have custody. He's like, okay, neither of us are in your custody.
Custody. It was vampire bats who.
I thought it was vampire bats who hated the sun. You know, vampire bats usually come out at night, or always come out at night.
Hated the sun. You're a real rabbit beast.
You're a real rabid beast. You ate your own blood. Now that's fucked up. So there was a comic where Kurt, I think it was in the 90s. I think it was the 90s. 80s or 90s. Where Kurt Connors ate his son. Spider-Man didn't say that motherfucker got eaten. You know, he got ate. And Kurt had to live with that shit. So that's what Kirk is poking fun at. He's like, you're a real rabid beast. I thought it was vampire bats that hate the sun. You hate your son. You're a real rabid beast. You ate your own blood. He ate his own son.
You ate your own blood.
DNA fused with animals, impressive work.
I mean, you do the same thing.
Could you use the bat to echo what I invented?
You used a bat to echo what I invented first. So, yeah, he's poking. I think Lizard debuted in comics before Man-Bat did. I think Man-Bat was a 80s thing. I think? Question mark?
Blind like one and developed hearing
Now you're blind like one and developed hearing loss because Kirk Langstrom, he was inventing a cure for deafness.
loss. Since my serum does its job, they'll call you Helen Keller.
Helen Keller was deaf and blind. So that's what he's saying is you're blinded because he's, it's an urban legend that bats are blind. They're not really blind. But he's like, you're blind like a bat and you have hearing loss because Kirk Langstrom had deafness. And soon you'll be Helen Keller Croc because Helen Keller was blind and Helen Keller Croc, Killer Croc.
I'm the brightest seventh animal with jaws that back a strong force. The bat is in my mandible. I'm gobbling you like Oz.
A bat in my mandible. He's gonna eat him because he's a bat. It's Man-Bat. He's got a bat in his mandible. He's gonna goblin you like Osborn. Referencing Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin.
My threats will not fall on deaf ears. Fear my eye.
My threats will not fall on deaf. He's poking fun at Kurt being deaf.
I heard you will.
Deaf. Fuck. Deaf. Why am I words not wanting a word tonight? I apologize, everybody. It's deaf, not death. Deaf.
You not see me coming or hear me either.
You will not see me coming. He's really going ham on that.
You could never scale up to the thick
You can never scale up to the thick-skinned swamp beast. Thick skin, scale up. He's making reptile puns.
skin swamp beast.
I think skin. That's a badass name.
The master's on our powers now. You'll
Massive sonar powers, now your words bounce off me. Now, this is one of my favorite lizard lines. So, how sonar works is they emit the screech, and it bounces sound off their environment, giving them a detailed map of their environment. The way the sound travels, so they can see walls, buildings, all that shit, because the sound bounces off. So he's like, you mastered sonar powers, now your words bounce off me. His raps don't hit him, they don't cut him, they just bounce off him. That's a good wordplay right there.
words bounce off me. Teach proper protocol to a hissing dimwit. I'll bury a bat like he got 6 feet.
I'll bury a bat play. As you referencing COVID? Is you referencing COVID? Yeah, I'm sticking by is you. I'm not correcting it. I'm sticking by it. I'll bury a bat plague, keep that 6 feet distance, 6 feet deep, 6 feet distance. Yeah, he's referencing COVID.
Distance.
I'm the clone, I'm not hearing it from the third. The Spider-Man foe turned mad.
Okay, I love the rebuttal. So a rebuttal is when you take something somebody said and you throw it back in their face. It's a reversal. He's like, oh, I'm the clone from the third best Spider-Man foe turned mad by his own experiments? Fucking Green Goblin, Doc Ock, Morbius. I mean, come on, buddy. You ain't really original. That's what Man-Bat, even though Lizard debuted before Morbius and before Green Goblin was real to be Norman Osborn. But still, the diss still hits the same. The diss still's dissing. Love the backdrop, by the way, of Gotham City. Love it.
But his experiments damage you more than that churning.
God, the Amazing Spider-Man. Even though I think that's the better version, I think, of No Way Home. No Way Home had a better Lizard than TASM, but it wasn't a big upgrade. Damn, they gave him the cave troll treatment. They really butchered him.
CG fail. The lizard is at its worst when he...
The lizard is at its worst when it's detailed, taking off his tail, detailed like in live action.
Using modules to heal your arm to find the right answer.
You can't use your arm to heal your arm to find the right answer, like a right arm. I caught the arm pun there, buddy.
Cells that grow back. Should try your wife.
Need cells that grow back. Should try your wife's cancer because Kurt Connor's wife's cancer came back. And cancer is a cellular thing. Holy fuck is he... Dude. Somebody stop the battle. Man-Bat is knocking this motherfucker's head loose.
It's cancer. You spent mourning the descent of her husband.
Yeah, she mourned her husband.
Your marriage.
Your marriage ruined by your reptile dysfunction. Erectile dysfunction, your dick can't get hard. Your reptile dysfunction, he keeps turning into a fucking lizard. Bro! I don't want to see a single person saying the lizard one. I see one person! I'm deleting your comments.
Ruined by
Dude, fucking Man-Bat is a fucking dick.
erectile dysfunction.
As if Francine slept any better with you.
Okay, so this is a good rebuttal by Lizard. I'll give him that. So, yeah, Francine lived a very similar life as Kurt Connor's wife, where their husband was addicted to being the animal.
Your abuse, she only went to bat for you when you forced her.
So there was a comic where Francine became Man-Bat Woman, or Woman-Bat. Naming's a little bit confused there.
You menace.
I don't know. Would it still be Man-Bat? I'm not too sure of the naming on that one, but yeah, there was a comic where she became the Bat.
Left you
And even the episode of Batman the Animated Series.
in squalor, hitting brick walls, aromatic dynastin, while it looked
Okay, so I will say this. Lizard's a flower.
dynastin.
Serum Attic in his thin wallet plagued by with... Okay, hang on. Let's do this.
This left you in squalor,
Your madness left you in squalor, hitting brick walls.
hitting brick walls, aromatic.
Serum Attic in his thin wallet plagued by withdrawal. So Lizard's a flower. I'll give Lizard's the flower here.
Dynastin, while it plagued by withdrawal. Whole life spent within bars.
Whole life spent within bars. Between leagues in your cage, you're just left in the dark. Referencing Justice League Dark. Shout out to Justice League Dark. And his cage, he's always in the dark. He's never free.
Between leagues in your cage, you're just left in the dark. You made your greatest evil proud when you fled the scene in tears.
Oh yeah, Batman.
Because this freak couldn't bear a second with his mirror.
Could be referencing a number of things on that one. Could be referencing how he sometimes breaks his addiction once he sees what he's become, or sees what it's done to Francine. A lot of different things they could be referencing there, so I'm not really too sure which one it is. There's at least 3 things I'm thinking of that could be a reference to. So I'm gonna think on it as I'm editing this, and if I get a clear answer, I'll put it in the comments. But there's 3 things, I'm just not too sure which one they're using in this scenario. So, 10 out of 10 fucking battle. Man-Bat's the winner. Man-Bat won. Landslide. Look. Snakebite, by the way. Shout out to Snakebite. Bird Jormungandr. Jormungandr. No, it's Jormungandr. That would be the right way to pronounce it, right? Bird Jormungandr. As the lizard. You did great. But fuck. Man-Bat was just mean. Like, that's just... Went from eating his son to talking about his wife's cancer, his arm disability, mocking his veteran. Like, dude, it was not fair. It wasn't fair. It was a massacre. I feel bad for the Lizard. I feel bad. I feel bad for him. So 10 out of 10. Fucking Man Bat's the winner. Triple H, big shout out for recommending this to me, because I'm going to now subscribe to this channel, because I want to see when I'm gonna go ahead and give this video a like. I'm gonna subscribe after I get done recording. I want to see more of what this channel does. If their first battle is this fucking great, I cannot wait to see what they do next. So, Comic Clash, you guys have earned a subscriber in me. I'm very excited to see what you guys do in the future. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.